Hey guys, thank you so much for stopping by the garden today. Just want to go over a little video on how to treat aphids and spider mites on your succulents. So you want to water all the way through with a neem oil. We have neem oil here, which let me grab the bottle. This is neem oil right here. It's an organic product. It's safe around you, your pets, the environment. You don't have to worry about treating on tomatoes and stuff like that and flushing out and harming your vegetables or ingesting pesticide, because that's organic. Now, neem oil I've been using for about 6 years and it's just amazing. It works for so many pests in the garden. They also have a BT, worm and caterpillar spray for caterpillars in the garden. But I want to show you how to use this because we've been getting some spider mites and some aphids. We've been transplanting a lot of our succulents. We have a lot of succulent babies growing in this little container right over here on the right. And we have ones growing up here which got burned. We're going to do a succulents on the succulents that burned on me, which are right down there. Just how to prevent that. But in this video I want to show you how to treat for bugs. So we're going to go ahead and mix this solution. Now when you water, I usually only water in when it's time to water. You don't want to water like an extra watering for your succulents because they are succulents and they will get overwatered. So treat when it's time. When it's time to water, then you can go ahead and treat with neem oil. Soak that pot all the way through. We're going to mix up this jug for you guys and just show you how we go ahead and do that. Alright, so I took the cap off the neem oil. It's like a liquid. It's an oil. I love the smell of this stuff. And we're going to put 2 tablespoons per gallon of water with a little squirt of Dawn. So let's get the Dawn out. I usually like to put the Dawn in first. I'm going to go ahead, put a little squirt of Dawn in there. You can just eyeball it. You don't want your water to turn blue when you go ahead and mix it up, but you want it to be a little foamy. We're just going to go ahead and eyeball this because I pretty much am aware of how much goes in here. I've been doing this for so long, but make sure you measure because you don't want to overdo it. And then once it's in there, you can go ahead, close it up, and shake it up. We're gonna go so I can shake this jug up, and I'll be right back once it's shaken. Alright you guys, so this is the jug all shook up, and I bought this neem oil with my own money. They did not supply this to me, but this is the neem oil all shaken up. That's what it should look like with the soap in there. That's how you know you have enough. You want a little layer of foam at the top because of the Dawn soap. It's going to make, any kind of soap is good, but it's going to incorporate the oil and the water together. So you only want to water things that need watering. Some don't, so I'm not going to water some of these, but you just want to soak your pot all the way through like you're watering your succulents. To water succulents, you wait for that soil to just go ahead and seep in that water. Once it seeps it all in, it might take a minute if you're compact or your soil is really dry. It might take a minute for that water to go down, but you can just go ahead to another one and go and treat. Soak your pots all the way through till it runs out of the bottom, and then you know you're good to go. Let's go over to this other side here. Treat our echeverias and our little California sunset trailing guys. We have these right here. Try to avoid any leaves you can. This stuff you can spray on leaves, but if you have like a powdery coating on your succulents or fuzz on your succulents, I suggest you just try to water the soil. Don't try to go ahead and water that whole succulent down, with the leaves and stuff. Jades, I usually spray with neem oil. You can see that coat on there. If you have bugs on your leaves, you can take that off with a little bit of 50% rubbing alcohol, or you can just go ahead and spray with this neem oil. Let's go over to the other side and go up on the top of the succulent cart and show you how we water those all the way through up top. Alright you guys, so we're up top, and I know this one needs water, so you can tell when your succulents need water when they have really not squishy but deflated leaves. So this has deflated leaves. You can see we have a powdery coating, which when you touch that it comes off. See that? That's wrinkling. That's not overwatering, that's deflation. And that means that we need water in here. She needs to suck up some water. So even though we've been getting rain, I've been protecting them from the rain because I want to control that water myself. I don't want the rain doing it for me because succulents are really sensitive. We have to be really careful what we're doing with them because we don't want them overwatered. The #1 killer of succulents is overwatering. So I just go ahead, soak that pot all the way through. Now terracotta, the great thing about terracotta is you can tell when your pot's wet. So this pot it'll start turning dark on the outside. Terracotta actually absorbs salts and minerals through the pot, so you might start seeing some white on the outside of your pot, if you see like white powdery stuff on the sides, you know that that's salt and stuff coming out of the pores of the terracotta pot, and that's a good sign. That means your plant is not sucking that stuff up. So we're just going to go ahead and give this one a little bit, just because I know Sepravivums don't have a big root system, and her root system's only halfway down. So we're just going to go ahead and water at least halfway down on that. We're going to water the rest. Let's do these cacti here. Now for cacti, real cacti like this, I don't do a lot. I just go ahead and water just a little bit. Make sure it's nice and wet, because you don't want to overwater your little cacti here. I know I'm spilling this everywhere, but that's okay. More bug prevention, right? So that's it, you guys. That's all I wanted to show you today for this. You know, for those, that one doesn't need water. This Echeveria Galaxy Blue doesn't. That doesn't. The Opalina doesn't. This Echeveria can use a little bit of bug protection, just because she is flowering. And I do use a grow system on them as well. We'll go over the nutrients in another video. Just wanted to show you how to treat your regular pots. You want to make that soil soak all the way through to the bottom. Once it soaks through and that water is gone from the top, you can then go ahead and just water a little more. If you have a tray underneath, you can discard that tray, any water in that tray underneath, after about a good 5 minutes or so. And that's it, you guys. That's how you treat for pests on succulents. Let's go over to this little tray right here. We just transplanted this little Christmas cacti the other day, so we're going to go ahead and water with some pest prevention. Just a little bit, because this was wet already, and I'm not worried about the neem oil getting on the leaves. When you do this, though, make sure it's at night or early in the morning before that sun's coming out, and make sure, try to make sure this stuff doesn't get on the leaves, because it is an oil and it will burn the leaves of your succulent, and I just don't want that to happen. We're going to go ahead and just finish this out on my bear paw right here. Give a little to him, make sure he's pest resistant, and then I'm just going to water. In a succulent tray like this, I just try to water around the succulents. I try not to hit them, which is kind of hard, but you just want to try to water around them. Make sure you're getting the neem oil in there. This way it kills off any aphids, any spider mites. And you can even put this in a sprayer after you're done mixing it in a gallon jug, and you can then go ahead and mist your succulents down with this. If you're seeing bugs on the leaves, this definitely will work. You don't have to pull your succulent out of the soil. Just leave them where they're at and spray them down with this stuff. I love using neem oil. It works so great for so many things throughout the garden. My little things down over there. We're going to go over to these little guys, because these are just getting so lanky from lack of sun. So check this out. Check how much they're stretching, because they don't have adequate amount of sun. Sun's changing now, so we're not getting enough sun over here, only about 4 hours or so, and you can see that they're not liking that. This stretched way too much. So we're going to have to fix that eventually, but this jade's really happy. She's nice and plump, so I can't water her because her leaves are so plump that if I water, she's going to tend to be overwatered now. So we're just going to go ahead and finish this out on some other succulents we have on the cart. Let's go over and take a look here. Actually, let's go and take a look at the not my cart here, because we're pretty much done. I don't have to do any more succulents on that cart. Let's go over here to my succulent propagation tray here, and we're going to go ahead and treat some of these, because we didn't treat this soil yet. So I'm starting some seeds. I'm starting succulent seeds in this one, and this one, I think, or this is a Venus flytrap. I'm not sure. This might be a Venus, but I'm just going to go ahead. We're propagating some leaves which have babies on them already, and I just want to make sure the soil doesn't have any bugs in it. We want to be pest free, scale free, spider mite free, no buggies, definitely on our succulents, because what happens is these aphids, spider mites, they tend to eat your roots. They will totally eat out the roots of your plants, and they're not forgiving after that. They die. You know, your succulents will rot out and die because they are actually have no root systems from the bugs eating them out. We're just going to go ahead and finish this out, and we're done, you guys. Make sure that your succulents, no matter which ones you're watering, they don't stay out in sunlight. They're not getting any sun with that neem oil on them, because they will burn. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I usually treat my succulents, no matter what size they are, with the neem oil in the soil once every 7 days or so. And then after the 7 days, I go ahead and I do a soil soak again with the neem oil. And I stay preventatively just every 7 to 10 days. on a treatment with the neem oil and the Dawn soap mixed together. This way we don't have any pests popping up, and any eggs that are in there, this neem oil is going to kill off. Thank you so much for watching, you guys.